for those of you who missed it, we did get a Sonic Frontiers Combat and Upgrades reveal trailer. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I seriously do not understand Sonic. Like, I just don't get it. I've said it, like, I just don't get it. I get, some people love it. Some people are super hyped on this, you know, Sonic Chew, whatever it is, the Chris Chan thing. I get that desire. I get that interest. If you're really hyped on this particular thing, I might not get it. You can be into it. That's cool. I just don't understand this.
A homing attack, drop dash, and stomp at the beginning of the game. While these moves are effective against normal enemies, you'll need to level up and unlock new skills if you want to take on bigger and stronger foes awaiting you on the Starfall Islands. A normal enemy on Kronos Island is nothing compared to those on later islands. So make sure you're collecting the red seeds of power and blue seeds of defense to boost your stats and give yourself a fighting chance.
Accept the seed. Let the seed into you. Just let it in. Let it in. For this, I also don't really understand what the game is supposed to be. Like, parts of it look like straight up like a mobile game. Other parts are like these wide open, like open world sections that you just sprint around in. But for me, like, one of the appeals of an open world is to be able to explore it carefully, kind of get lost in it. And it seems like if Sonic moves too quickly or extremely quickly, which is like his whole thing, then you don't put much detail in the minutia because you're just going to run past it. So everything just ends up like big, open, bland, like you kind of see on screen. And I just don't find that very appealing. Wild Rush. It's funny also, like, this font that they're using for everything is a font I used in my thumbnails for like 3-4 years. Funnily enough, it's called American Captain. And it's a very specific font that I recognize very clearly. But now every time I see it, it just makes it look like a YouTuber made it. You know, made the trailer. It's just funny to me. Yeah, I don't get it, man. No part of this looks good to me. I'm like, this looks like a weird, like, mobile game that's free to play. I just don't understand it. But then again, like, I've never gotten Sonic, so I don't know how you make a Sonic game like this good. Because I've just never gotten it. I just don't understand how you do this in a unique and good way. Oh, you could do like a Sonic reboot where it's like dark and gritty and it opens with Sonic watching his mother get like beheaded because she believes in a false or like a religion that the establishment doesn't agree with, and then you watch her get executed and it starts a revenge path, and then Sonic like goes through the game and then slowly develops like blood fetishism, and that could be interesting. I'd play that. Like, oh, that's different enough. It's weird that the pre-order gives you a bunch of extra power and upgrades and stuff for gameplay. That's not a great sign. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't get it. Did you just describe Skyrim? Kind of, actually. Accidentally. Kind of.